Morning, guys. I want to discuss a couple of myths about black on black crime, the ghetto, the truth about the hood, and basically just I want to clear the table, clear the air rather. So anyway, hit like, share, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Shout out to my day ones. Salute to my day ones, to the donate squad. So I was on the phone with somebody, one of the guys who I deal with in a focus group. And I'm part of a focus group where we discuss political issues and we get paid to write our honest, unbiased opinions on a sheet of paper. And today, well, not today, but yesterday's topic was like the hood, the ghetto, black on black crime, and why is it so rampant in black community, black society. And a couple of the things I noticed is that a lot of people don't understand the difference between a neighborhood, a society, and a community. Okay, so on one hand, you got the hood, you have a society, and you have a community. Hispanics, where I live at, have what's called an actual community. There's like a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Center. You have all these different resources at the fingertips of the people within that community. There's a Hispanic-owned grocery store, Hispanic-owned playground, Hispanic church. They do outreach. As a matter of fact, right during the pandemic, there's a big-ass truck. I don't know where it came from, but it's giving out strictly produce. You can see vegetables and, whatever Hispanic people eat. Them, like yuca, the roots, them yuca roots, and all them little weird vegetables, corn and stuff like that, and potatoes and all that. And I was like, damn, man, I've never seen my church do that. But getting to the point about black neighborhoods, in my neighborhood, the physical neighborhood I live in right now, our church, which I don't go to church, but the church the mega church in my neighborhood don't give out food. There's no food bank. There's no neighborhood outreach. There's no community outreach. It's just a place where motherfuckers live at. That's it. Okay? Now, the truth about the crime side of it is that it's a family thing. Truth be told, it's about family and tolerance. Black people tolerate crime. I had a racist cop in our focus group say the exact same thing. He said, the reason why crime exists in the hood, because you guys tolerate it. And I said, what you mean? He said, well, think about it. He said, you take like gang activity. You can wear the wrong color clothes and get killed visiting your grandma for Thanksgiving, or you can wear, any other color clothes or any type of, article of clothing and get killed because some guy made himself the leader of a certain gang and they just said that you can't wear checkerboarded pants on this street and you'll get killed. That's domestic terrorism. If the people in the neighborhood don't rise up and kill that person or completely erase that element, it's going to be there forever. It becomes part of the fabric of what makes your neighborhood your neighborhood. I know this to be true. Every one of us in our neighborhood knows who is the local drug dealer. We know who the troublemakers are, but we don't want to snitch them out because, snitches get stitches, I guess. I don't know. But like the guy, like in my neighborhood now, crime has dropped. I mean, there's almost no crime. Every now and then something will happen, but it's only like a family. And that's why I met in the beginning of the video. I brought this point up in the focus group, was that in every neighborhood there's one family. When you say that family's last name, you might say, what's your last name? Nichols. And in relation to Todd Nichols? Yeah, that's my uncle. Oh, I feel sorry for you. What's your last name? Nichols. Okay, any relation to Kevin Nichols? Kevin Nichols, my cousin. Oh God! So the minute you hear some gunshots go off, you might hear a person next to you say, "There go them Nichols tripping again. Nichols tripping again. There go the Nichols family." There's always one family on every other street that they've been criminals their whole life, and that one particular family make it bad for everybody. Oh, that's that little Nichols boy. The Nichols, they always causing trouble for everybody. The whole family, and like Mama Nickel been dead for centuries, and it's the same house that all the other Nichols come from. Okay? And they all have their little babies. The little babies grow up unattended, no daddy in the house, and they just run around there breaking in houses, stealing shit. Then they grow up to be no shit guys themselves, getting other girls pregnant, and the cycle just continues. And so it's not some random guy just coming there creating crime. It's certain families with a certain last name who just they call that roughshod through the whole neighborhood, just causing hell for everybody, creating havoc, causing havoc. And it just is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not some magical thing where, like in the inner city, you might can blame it on the white man and say, oh, the white man taking jobs out of here or something like that. But let me say this. Everybody gets something called an income tax check. You can take your income tax check and relocate yourself somewhere else. I live in New Orleans. Everybody in New Orleans, one of my focus groups went to a church, and they asked me some unfortunately scary questions. And I said, basically, I'm a tactician. So you can't use excuses on me. I'm sorry. I hate that I'm this way. I'm the unpopular person out the group, but I'm always the nigga that people come to and sneak. They always sneak up to me in the parking lot. And my fake name in the group is John. And it's I like about you, John. You tell it like it is. I can't talk like you, but at least you willing to say what everybody else is scared to say. I've been saying this. I got a cousin of mine who has who can get me a job at the Toyota factory. These motherfuckers are scared to relocate. They're scared to leave. The only time you succeed in the hood is if, like my family, we don't fuck with nobody in my neighborhood. It's not a community. It's a neighborhood. It's a big difference, guys. I live in a neighborhood. I don't come out the house. I mean, I'm in the yard spray painting and making art. Outside of that, I only know like one neighbor next door, Mr. Sylvester. I just found out this man's name like a week ago on an accident. I never knew that dude's name. I speak every morning to him. I just never said, "Hi, I'm Rico. What's your name?" I've never ever asked this man his name. Because, I was never really raised that way. I was raised to keep to myself, and association leads to assimilation. So in the hood, where all this violence and shit takes place from, is not a sense of community. You just live there because it's temporary. It's more than likely the landlord will kick you out and you'll relocate. A community is where there's actual homeowners. Okay, a neighborhood, there's multi-family dwellings, like apartment complexes and stuff like that. That makes it a neighborhood. A community is, like I said earlier, in the hood, there's one corner store. Everything takes place in the front of that corner store. The owners of that corner store tolerate it. All they want to do is go home back to their family. Okay? And truth be told, folks who operate the corner store currently, the owner, when I was a little boy, I was probably 8 or 9 years old, is an old white man. His last name was Guillory. Mr. Guillory told me, I'm not going to be here forever. All my sons are grown men. They're out of here. It's just him by himself. So he's going to give the store away to a black the pastor of the church. The pastor of the church like, man, I don't know how to run no goddamn grocery store. A Vietnamese guy some kind of way found out, and a Vietnamese guy owns a corner store. Too many folks, and the man said, I watch all y'all grow up. Like, that's almost like in Do the Right Thing. He said, I watch all y'all grow up. Now, this is a corner grocery store, not a pizza parlor. Two different parallels. But the sons who was in that grocery store, one had a shitty attitude toward black people, and the other one, the last one to die, I think he was probably kind of gay. But he was a soft-spoken dude, really good with people, good with kids. The other son, Mason, would smoke cigarettes. He had the little mustache, like he was like a white version of Adolf Caesar from what that movie was called, the Denzel Washington movie. I forgot the name of that movie, man. The Soldier or something like that. I forgot the movie was called. But he just did not like black people. The daddy was good, so it was two good guys and like good cop, bad cop. When Mason was cutting the meat, you can just smell it on him that he hated black people. But anyway, so yeah, that's just the point behind the whole hood, bro. Is that I'm getting into a rant video, but that these people in the focus group keep thinking that it's some kind of secret white man, like the man, who's putting drugs in our neighborhood and flood the neighborhood. Crack ended shit, man. Like what, 80 something, 89 to 90. Crack was still lingering around, but now it's heroin. is now Xanax. It's now Molly. It's now, you know, like people are chopping up Xanax and snorting it like fucking coke now because of all this music. And these young kids are you know, there's no fathers in the house, you know, and a lot of those kids are looking at what's on them videos thinking all that shit's real. So it's a combination of a lot of things. But as far as it relates as intimate, in-your-face crime, it's families. It's families of kids with no dads, but it's almost exclusively descendants of one family that spread out and infect the neighborhood with their bullshit. The Nichols family, and then Nichols, it's not the real last name. I'm looking at Governor Nichols Street Wharf. So that's the first name. I don't know if y'all can see that from my windshield, but it's a wharf with some 18-wheelers parked back there. So I'll try to find a name that don't sound as, you know, black and generic as possible. I don't want to say the last name I really want to say. But there's a family, you know, in my neighborhood, you say their last name, the whole neighborhood, okay, yeah, that's who broke in your house. Oh, that's it. So it's the same thing. Every Ninth Ward neighborhood I go to, you might say, you know, what's another generic? Crate. Oh, the crate, that's them crate boys. That's them crate boys. The crate boys, they terrorize the neighborhood. That's all it is. So it's never ever like, it's a bunch of black families that want to do good, want to be left the fuck alone, but it's the crate boys, the crates and them Nichols. Just won't leave nobody alone. They're trying to fuck everybody's daughter. They break it in houses. They bullying everybody. It ain't like the neighborhood as a whole is full of these monstrous monkey ass niggas that just love terrorism and we love burning shit down. Shit, 98% of my neighborhood is basically homeowners and old people who just want to be left alone. They go to church and come home. And their grandkids went to college and they're never coming back. So that's the situation with that. And as far as jobs are concerned, it's just that a lot of folks in New Orleans, in Louisiana as a whole, I'll say it this way. In Louisiana, we have in the entire country the biggest native-born citizens here, meaning that a lot of folks who are born here will die here. Folks in New Orleans will never leave New Orleans. Other than Hurricane Katrina, when folks had no choice than to evacuate, a lot of folks left New Orleans and went to like different parts of the country and was like, oh my God, it's so much better out here. You got no more flooding, no more potholes, street lights that come on, fresh air, no fucking stray dogs knocking your garbage cans over at 2 o'clock in the morning looking for something to eat. I mean, it's just completely different. Folks who live here, there's no money in New Orleans. I do well because I work with tourism, but right now I'm going through the COVID-19 shit. But you don't see me out here robbing and killing. A dude just lost his life, man, over $100. Begging for his life on his knees, and they killed this fucking dude, even after he gave him the money. It's you know, it's the pandemic, bro. It's making everybody go out of control, man. Folks getting that stimulus money at first, but since that stimulus is running out, and Mitch McConnell is playing around, and Nancy Pelosi can't make up her fucking mind, people out there just doing their thing, bro. And they you know, it's dog eat dog again. You know, Trump ain't making it any better. We had a whole cyber attack, and he's sitting there wondering about getting, you know, trying to flip the election after Joe Biden have been confirmed. So nobody's feeling good about themselves right now, man. And that adds more fuel to the fire. Tempers ain't flaring. Tempers are on fire. Friends, I'm getting out of here. That's my rant for the day. I'm already getting angrier. I might do a video later on today about T.I. because something that T.I. said does make a lot of sense and I agree with. Hit like, share, and subscribe, fellas. I'm out of here.